Say hello, babe.
Say hello.
Say hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe now, please. It's a beautiful day here at Henley Beach, and the water is so refreshing. And there are a lot of people here, and there is a show in front of me, so I think the people are really enjoying here. But you will not enjoy today because I will give you another test, which is all about government and the laws in Australia. Are you ready? Let's begin. See you later. Love you. Part 3 test questions, which is all about government and the law in Australia. Question number 1. What is Australia's system of government? Letter A, parliamentary democracy. Letter B, absolute monarchy. Letter C, constitutional monarchy. The answer is letter A, parliamentary democracy. Number 2. Australian citizens aged 18 years or over must, letter A, join a political party. Letter B, enroll to vote in federal, state, and territorial elections and in referenda. Letter C, enroll in a fraternity. The answer is letter B, enroll to vote in federal, state, and territorial elections and in referenda. Number 3. In Australia, voting in an election is by what? Letter A, secret ballot. Letter B, open ballot. Letter C, showing of hands. The answer is letter A, secret ballot. Number 4. What agency is responsible for conducting federal elections and referendums and maintaining the Commonwealth electoral roll? Letter A, Australian Electoral Commonwealth. Letter B, Australian Electoral Commission. Letter C, Australian Electoral Community. The answer is letter B, Australian Electoral Commission. Number 5. Which statement is true about voting in Australia? Letter A, voting is compulsory to make sure that people have a say in who will govern and represent them in Parliament. Letter B, failure to vote may have to pay fines. Letter C, all of the above. The answer is letter C, all of the above. Number 6. When did the Australian Constitution came into effect and the Australian colonies reunited? Letter A, 1st January 1901. Letter B, 2nd January 1901. Letter C, 1st November 1901. The answer is letter A, 1st January 1901. Number 7. The colonies reunited into a federation of states called letter A, Commonwealth of Australia. Letter B, Australian Act. Letter C, Commonwealth Act. The answer is letter A, Commonwealth of Australia. Number 8. What legal document that sets out the basic rules for the government of Australia? Letter A, Portfolio. Letter B, Australian Act. Letter C, Australian Constitution. The answer is letter C, Australian Constitution. Number 9. In a referendum, what majority is needed to change the Australian Constitution? Letter A, double majority. Letter B, single majority. Letter C, triple majority. The answer is letter A, double majority. Number 10. The Australian Government is also called as letter A, Federal Government. Letter B, Commonwealth Government. Letter C, all of the above. The answer is letter C, all of the above. Number 11. What are the powers of Australian Government? Letter A, Legislative, Executive, and Judicial. Letter B, Executive and Judicial. Letter C, Executive and Legislative. The answer is letter A, Legislative, Executive, and Judicial. Number 12. What power of Australian Government that make laws? Letter A, Executive power. Letter B, Judicial power. Letter C, Legislative power. The answer is letter C, Legislative power. Number 13. What power of Australian Government that put laws into practice? Letter A, Executive power. Letter B, Judicial power. Letter C, Legislative power. The answer is letter A, Executive power. Number 14. What power of Australian Government that interpret and apply laws? Letter A, Executive power. Letter B, Judicial power. Letter C, Legislative power. The answer is letter B, Judicial power. Number 15. Who is Australia's head of state? Letter A, Prime Minister. Letter B, Governor General. Letter C, Queen of Australia. The answer is letter C, Queen of Australia. Number 16. Who is the representative of the head of state in Australia? Letter A, Prime Minister. Letter B, Governor General. Letter C, Premier. The answer is letter B, Governor General. Number 17. Who is the representative of the head of state in each state in Australia? Letter A, Premier. Letter B, Governor. Letter C, Chief Minister. The answer is letter B, Governor. Number 18. Who is the leader of Australian Government? Letter A, Prime Minister. Letter B, Premier. Letter C, Chief Minister. The answer is letter A, Prime Minister. Number 19. Who is the leader of the state government? Letter A, Government Minister. Letter B, Premier. Letter C, Chief Minister. The answer is letter B, Premier. Number 20. Who is the leader of the territory government? Letter A, Government Minister. Letter B, Member of the Parliament. Letter C, Chief Minister. The answer is letter C, Chief Minister. Number 21. Who is a Member of Parliament chosen by a government leader responsible for an area of government? Letter A, Government Minister. Letter B, Member of Parliament. Letter C, Senator. The answer is letter A, Government Minister. Number 22. Who is an elected representative of the people in the Australian Parliament or a state parliament? Letter A, Mayor. Letter B, Member of Parliament. Letter C, Senator. The answer is letter B, Member of Parliament. Number 23. Who is an elected representative of a state or territory in the Australian Parliament? Letter A, Senator. Letter B, Shire President. Letter C, Councillor. The answer is letter A, Senator. Number 24. Who is the leader of local government? Letter A, Mayor or Shire President. Letter B, Local President. Letter C, Councillor. The answer is letter A, Mayor or Shire President. Number 25. Who is an elected member of a local council? Letter A, Local Representative. Letter B, Local President. Letter C, Councillor. The answer is letter C, Councillor. Number 26. Who signs all bills passed by the Australian Parliament into law? Letter A, Governor General. Letter B, Governor. Letter C, Prime Minister. The answer is letter A, Governor General. Number 27. Who acts as Commander-in-Chief of the Australian Defence Force? Letter A, Governor General. Letter B, Governor. Letter C, Prime Minister. The answer is letter A, Governor General. Number 28. What are the houses of Australian Parliament? Letter A, Government House and Senate. Letter B, House of Representatives and Senate. Letter C, House of the President and Senate. The answer is letter B, House of Representatives and Senate. Number 29. What house that is also known as the People's House? Letter A, House of Representatives. Letter B, Senate. Letter C, all of the above. The answer is letter A, House of Representatives. Number 30. How many members of the House of Representatives in Australia? Letter A, over 140 members. Letter B, over 130 members. Letter C, over 150 members. The answer is letter C, over 150 members. Number 31. The Senate is also called as letter A, Upper House or the State's House. Letter B, the House of Review. Letter C, all of the above. The answer is letter C, all of the above. Number 32. How many elected senators in Australia? Letter A, 76 senators. Letter B, 150 senators. Letter C, 86 senators. The answer is letter A, 76 senators. Number 33. How many elected senators in each state? Letter A, 2. Letter B, 12. Letter C, 6. The answer is letter B, 12. Number 34. How many elected senators in each territory? Letter A, 2. Letter B, 3. Letter C, 12. The answer is letter A, 2. Number 35. What level of the government is responsible for taxation? Letter A, Australian Government. Letter B, State and Territory Government. Letter C, Local Government. The answer is letter A, Australian Government. Number 36. What level of the government is responsible for hospitals, schools, and public transport? Letter A, Australian Government. Letter B, State and Territory Government. Letter C, Local Government. The answer is letter B, State and Territory Government. Number 37. What level of the government is responsible for immigration and citizenship? Letter A, Australian Government. Letter B, State and Territory Government. Letter C, Local Government. The answer is letter A, Australian Government. Number 38. What level of the government is responsible for airports, air safety, and defense? Letter A, Australian Government. Letter B, State and Territory Government. Letter C, local government. The answer is letter A, Australian Government. Number 39. What level of the government is responsible for police, forestry, roads, and railways? Letter A, Australian Government. Letter B, State and Territory Government. Letter C, local government. The answer is letter B, State and Territory Government. Number 40. What level of the government is responsible for street signs, traffic controls, and local roads? Letter A, Australian Government. Letter B, State and Territory Government. Letter C, local government. The answer is letter C, local government. Number 41. What level of the government is responsible for parks, rubbish collection, and building permits? Letter A, Australian Government. Letter B, State and Territory Government. Letter C, local government. The answer is letter C, local government. Number 42. A group of people who share similar ideas about how the country should be governed is called letter A, political party, letter B, dependent party, letter C, opposition party. The answer is letter A, political party. Number 43. What do you call the people who share ideas on how a country should be governed but does not belong to a party? Letter A, dependents. Letter B, independents. Letter C, opposition. The answer is letter B, independents. Number 44. What do you call the leader of a party or coalition of parties with the second largest number of members in the House of Representatives? Letter A, dependents. Letter B, independents. Letter C, leader of the opposition. The answer is letter C, leader of the opposition. Number 45. What is the key decision-making body of government? Letter A, cabinet. Letter B, portfolio. Letter C, project. The answer is letter A, cabinet. Number 46. Who will decide if a person has or has not broken the law and decide the penalty? Letter A, audience. Letter B, court. Letter C, witnesses. The answer is letter B, court. Number 47. Who has the highest authority in the court? Letter A, jury. Letter B, police. Letter C, judge or magistrate. The answer is letter C, judge or magistrate. Number 48. A group of ordinary Australian citizens randomly chosen from the general population used by the court to decide in some cases if a person is guilty or not is called letter A, jury. Letter B, audience. Letter C, magistrate. The answer is letter A, jury. Number 49. Who maintains peace and order in the community and protects life and property? Letter A, police. Letter B, lawyer. Letter C, councillor. The answer is letter A, police. Number 50. When the Governor-General signs the bill and it becomes a law, it is called letter A, royal assent. Letter B, royal accent. Letter C, royal assent. The answer is letter A, royal assent. That's it for the part 3 of Australian Testable booklet, everyone. Thank you so much for watching on my channel, subscribing on my channel. Good luck on your test and interview. See you when I see you. Bye. I love you. Badly wanted. If you're wondering what happened to my lips, it's just I burned my lips because I drink a very hot tea. Okay, see you when I see you. Bye. I love you.
Yang tabanog ni ang ikaw.
Secret. I thought it's a parachute. What's that?